Hi everybody, welcome back to Tips for You. Well, it's so great to be back. I've missed you guys. I've had so much going on and was unable to have the time to do my YouTube videos on a regular basis like I'd usually done, so I had to take a little break. But I'm back now and you'll be seeing much more of me on a regular basis. So, today's video is going to be a very helpful one. While I was away, I had my hair cut. As you can see, I have bangs again. My daughter thought, let's have a mommy-daughter day, so she wanted to go and get haircuts, and I was just like, okay, sure. You guys know I like to cut my own hair, but every now and then I do like to go to the salon and have it cut. So I wanted to have bangs cut again, and I told the hairdresser that I wanted them cut just like to my eyebrow. Well, unfortunately, she cut them really short. Shorter than I have ever had bangs in my life. Now, this was about the very end of August, beginning of September, and here we are now, it's like the beginning of November. It's grown quite a bit. They were literally cut up to here. So, I was faced with a situation of what to do, and that's what I want to share with you guys today. If you've ever been in this situation where you've had your bangs cut, and they've been too short, don't fret. I was fretting. Like, at first when it happened, I was really nice about it, and I kind of just didn't want to hurt her feelings because she's, my daughter really liked her, and she was really sweet, and I just, she's like, oh, well, do you like it? And I was just like, well, it's a little shorter than I wanted it, I said, but, oh, it'll grow, no worries. And then I went home, and I was like, kind of in tears. But I figured, I'm going to embrace it, and it'll grow, and that's what it did. So here we are. It's grown pretty fast, I have to say. I'm pretty impressed at how fast they grew. I think they grew faster than the rest of my hair, or maybe it just looked that way because it's a small area. And your bangs are just right front and center of your face, and they are important because they really can change your whole face shape and how you look. And it just can be a really obvious thing when your bangs are cut in, to the wrong length that you wanted. So, if you're going to embrace it, and that's the thing that I recommend, try to make it look like that's how you wanted it. I have some suggestions for you on what you can do. Suggestion number 1 would be to go back to your hairdresser, which I did not do because I had nothing to work with. Mine were so short that I really didn't even want to have them touched. But if yours are not that bad and you want to get them a little fluffed up or cut into or angled a little bit, they lift them up and then they cut them so that they kind of have more of a layered or feathered kind of effect, that will help you with the extra body. That's up to you if that's what you want to do. I caution you to try to fix it yourself. Because when you try to fix it yourself, generally you might just keep cutting away at it and you already don't have much to work with. So if you don't like what you see and you just keep trying to trim, you might end up getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So just a word of caution. And I was tempted to do that and I did not. I let them be and I figured I'm just going to have to live with it. So today's video, I want to share with you some techniques that you can do when your bangs are cut too short. How you can sort of bridge the gap and help yourself, get comfortable with that time period till they grow in a little bit and you can feel better about it. And there's a number of things that you can do. I'll tell you some of them and then I'll tell you what I did that worked for me. And obviously, you have to just stand in front of a mirror and just see what you can do and just give it a try because everybody's face looks different and hair looks different. So let's give it a go and I'll show you some useful and helpful tips if your bangs are cut too short. Okay, so the first technique that you can use is a headband, and I find this is just so easy and so nice. And you just put it in, and you can get headbands that have the combs in them, and you can just drag it on back like that and keep those bangs out of your face and up. Okay, that is a great option. And you can play around with that. Those are so easy. Second idea, get some bobby pins. Take the bangs, gather them into the middle, twist them It's called the pompadour. Put them back like this, so they're off of your forehead, and then just cross the bobby pins, holding the bangs down. And just keep it all off your face. The other thing you can do to help blend it, because if you have really, really short bangs and you straighten them or you try to mat them down on your forehead and then the rest of your hair, you know, is long, it kind of looks out of balance. So what you can try to do is you can try to balance the bangs with the rest of the hair. And what I did for me was I just used a little claw clip like this, and I raised it up and pinned it. Because when I got the longer hair away from my face and just had the bangs short like that, it looked better. My face actually took on a much better shape, so that worked for me. Just putting it up in a clip, even in a ponytail, that looked kind of cute too. So I recommend just a clip. You can curl the sides of your hair too, because when you give more body to the sides and you fluff up the bangs a little, it doesn't make it look so hard and it looks a little softer. So you can try curling the sides of your hair, giving that a little bit more body. I kind of did that when I put my hair up because it brought up the sides a little bit. I didn't really want to cut my side hair or do anything to it. It's already a little bit shorter going down, but I was trying to grow that out because the last time I had a haircut, she used the scissor kind of in a razor-y kind of way, and she cut off a lot of my thickness here, and I was trying to grow that out, so I wasn't going to monk around with that again. Okay, the other thought I have for you is you can wear a scarf. And I have two ways that you can wear a scarf. You can just put it over your head, put the bangs right under there, and just tie it behind your head like this. The little triangle inside. Okay, if you're into scarves, you know, and you can hide it, you can put them underneath the scarf completely. Mine were short enough they would have been under there, but or you can leave some out. And you know, this is a fashionable look. You can get a few pretty scarves, and depending on the season, it might work for you. Or you can get a shorter type scarf, like this kind, just look more like a bandana, and just roll it up, okay, this, and put it under your hair, and just use it as secured under your hair. And you can tuck in your bangs this way, if they're really short. And I wore this a few times because I could tuck them right under there. And this is a nice look too. And you have, you know, different color options that you can do with it. Again, it just hides them out of the way. And then there's the last option. In the very beginning, when they were really, really short, I opted for the hat. Then I put the hat on and I hid the bangs. And that's what I did because I was upset and I couldn't really work very easily with them, and I didn't want to keep washing them and styling them every day to give them a little length, so I put the hat on. You can also wear a visor. A visor is nice because it kind of gives your hair a little bit of fullness, and the bangs sit on top, and it doesn't look like they're so short. So depending on the season, if that works for you, and you can wear it in a ponytail too, the visor just gives you that extra kind of line on your forehead that makes your bangs look like they're longer, because the brim of the visor comes down your forehead. There you go. You kind of create the illusion that your bangs are longer because the visor comes down. I did this one too. I wore this a lot. And I'm thankful now they've grown quite a bit, and I think if I ever do get my bangs cut again, I'm going to have to be really, really clear and say it a few times please take them up one step at a time so I can just take a good look at them and decide what I want to do, and then have her bring them to my eyebrow. So anyway, you live and you learn, and hair grows. I hope you found these tips helpful for you if you find yourself in a situation where your bangs were cut too short or you cut them yourself too short. It's best if you just try to own it and go out there and make it like that's how I wanted my hair cut. Because you think everybody's going to focus on it, and to be honest with you, except for my immediate family, nobody really noticed. They kind of just thought that that's what I wanted. And I ended up sweeping them over to the side, like you saw in the photo, and they looked actually better and longer than when I put them in the front. So I did have some options. It's just that initial shock when you walk out and things don't look exactly like you want. And I couldn't another thing you can do is make a really deep side part and bring the hair over and then grab the bangs into that deep side part and just bring them over to yourself. But the problem for me was that I have highlights on my hair, but mostly on the outer layers of my hair. So if I've grabbed a whole bunch of it and brought it over, I had like a lot of just dark hair on one side, more dark, and then I had a lot of light hair on the other side. So I didn't like that option too much. So well, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you found this video very helpful. I have some videos that I filmed while I was away from YouTube when my hair was longer. I'll be putting those up too soon. And please stay tuned for more helpful videos, and please subscribe because I have a lot more to come, something of interest to everyone. And please visit me at my blog spot where I do a lot of writing. And I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, so please visit me there and we can stay connected there as well. Okay, so thanks so much for viewing. It's great to be back. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye now. Please click here to subscribe, and please click the video to learn how to cut your own bangs.